Hi, welcome to Artistry Collaborative. My name is JoAnn, and oh, what a project I have for you today. Today we are going to make this mixed media panel. Oh, it's just full of fun and magic, and you can do this. Just follow along. I'm so happy that I can do these tutorials with you. And as we say at Artistry Collaborative, all we ask you to do is try. And if you like this video, please like it and share and subscribe and let your friends know. Put it on your social media. I would really be so grateful that you could do that. So come along. Let's try this together. Okay, so today we're going to play with a lot of textures. I'm going to show you how you can use tin foil to make an awesome background. This is a mask I got at the Dollar Tree. They had like Mardi Gras. That's going to go on there. But this is going to be our background, and it's just going to give you all of this wonderful texture. So all you have to do is glue this down. Alright, so let's begin. This is just a flat panel canvas. Let me give you the size of it. I'm not sure. 12 by 16. But again, you can use a piece of wood, you can use a piece of cardboard. Whatever you have is perfectly good. But this is what I had on hand, and this is what we're going to use. So what I love about this tin foil texture, I mean, there's 1,000 ways to make texture. You can do it with saran wrap, plastic wrap, bubble wrap. There's just so much. And yeah, and you want to crinkle it because you want all those wonderful nooks and crannies, sort of like a Thomas's English muffin. You'll want all the nooks and crannies. Alright, so this is it. You just put it down and you glue it down and just cover the entire surface. So let me finish this. I wanted to also show that I glued the mask down. I heavily put a lot of Mod Podge. You could even put tacky glue, but I wanted it all to dry at the same time, because what this is going to be is going to be swirls of yarn, which I probably should do now. I have this scrap yarn someone gave me, and I'm wondering, let's see if I can, what I want to do is just yeah, I think all this should be glued down at once. And we're going to add a ton of stars, but the stars will mostly be colored already, because what we're going to do is we're going to cover this with gesso. So, oh look, that's a nice long one. Alright, let's see. It's starting to come along. But, yeah, we could do like that. Alright. I'd like some swirls. Alright, so what I would do is take the tacky glue a new bottle of tacky glue. And just put where I want my rope to be. Like so. Go like that. Yeah. Yeah. And I found a couple of stars that are, you know, not colored. So I thought, let me get those down too, because when I gesso, I'm going to want to gesso these. I think it's easiest if you lay the glue down and then put your yarn or rope into the glue. And be very generous with the glue. Alright, so you continue and I'll be back. Okay, so we are going to take some gesso. This is by Liquitex, but many brands have their own version, but I just want to use up this tube. And I'm going to mix it with an acrylic, because I was thinking last night, because I usually do either thing black or white and then add color, but I thought if I do blue and then add color to that, I think that'll work really well. So I've got some old bright blue by Deco Art, so I'm going to put some of that in there. And let's put some of this. This is, I got at Job Lot, but it's called Primary Blue. So it's called Phoenix. I don't know if that's a brand anybody can get online, but it's just a cheap acrylic. Nothing very expensive. Oh, that's nice and dark. Yeah, good. All right. And then we're going to get my brush and we're going to mix that. I think I'm going to add, so I don't want to add too much gesso, but you need enough gesso so that it adheres. Make that darker. Okay. Yeah. All right. And I'm not even worried about blending it, because I would like to have variations in the color, but now see, it comes out one color. And then I'm just going to go over everything with the gesso. Cover it all up. The yarn, the paint may help to seal it, but the ends tend to fray This one I kind of like fraying, but I'll either keep it like that or I will glue the ends with tacky glue so that they don't fray. As you can see, I'm putting this on really heavy because the yarn is going to absorb a lot of the paint, but you don't want to have puddles, so make sure that you spread it around really, really well. And then it's going to have to dry, of course. I decided to put a couple of stars down because I'm going to add a lot of other stars, but I thought these are wood and I'd want to paint them. So I thought, well, let me put them down so I can gesso them. So okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to fill this all in and let it dry, and then I will come back. All right. Okay, well, this process was changing, ever changing. I didn't like the color blue that it was when it dried, so I did another thing of gesso. I don't know why I used white gesso. I should have used black gesso. And then mixed the blue with black, but I put too much black and it ended up being black, and I didn't like that. So once that dried, I went back to the deep blue that I liked, and I went over that. You still really can't see it too much, but I'm going to stay with what I have right now. And then this is just dried brush with some silver. And what dry brushing means is that you take your brush and you dip it in the paint, and then you wipe it off on a paper towel, and then you put it over where you want your paint, and it lightly brushes it. So that's where we are. I was going to use alcohol sprays, but in case you don't have alcohol sprays, you can use paints. And so just to give you a little bit of an idea of what the acrylic paints, I did put a little purple on here before, but you can see, well, maybe you can't see, but if it's on here, you just really lightly go all over to add color. Now the mask I would like iridescent and silver and all blinged out, so I'm not really going to care about the color too much. But all these ropes I definitely would like to be filled with color. So I'm going to play with these pastes that I have out, Art Company pastes. I don't know if Art Company still exists. I tried to find it and I couldn't find anything on Amazon. And because it's Art Company, it's such a generic, you get everything that has anything to do with art except for this company. So I don't know if they're out of business or, but I found these, I want to say Hobby Lobby. I definitely know they have other pastes at Hobby Lobby. But just look up acrylic pastes and you can, and if you have a white paste, like a modeling paste or something, you could always color it too. So that's that. Very subtle. I just want it to look like the night sky. Actually, I really like the color of this brush right now. It's got some blue and it's got some purple. Okay, so now let's see what we can do with these pastes. I just put a little on my finger, and then I'm just rubbing it into Now if you are a fanatic and you don't want to get any on your background, you may want to put some tape before you do this, but I may add a little to my background anyway. So, and nothing says the whole thing has to be one color, and I'm going to have this go into a different color. This will be trimmed off, I believe. Of course, if you know anything about me, what I say and what happens is usually very different. The other thing I was thinking of doing is scratching this. I cannot find my isn't it amazing how your mind just blanks? I cannot find that paper, that sandpaper. Hello. Yeah, I can't find it. I don't know where it went. And it's so strange because well, the problem is I keep organizing. We keep getting more and more stuff. People are going out of business and everything is really on sale. So if you're thinking of doing art, man, now is the time to look up your local places because it's just crazy. My daughter and I went crazy when AC Moore went out of business. Now we just had a local shop that went out of business. And so we just stock up because the stuff can be just so expensive. I mean, like these pastes are like $7 or $8 and we got them for $2. So very worthwhile to check out. And a lot of times, if you go to your thrift stores, people, decide they're not going to do it anymore and they get rid of all their supplies, and you can get a really good deal out of that. So, here we go. So this is, in case you can find it, this is called Luxe Paint by Art Company, and this is just turquoise. I love turquoise. I love teal. This is more of a teal than a, well, I guess they're both the same, some sections of the world, but one of my favorite colors. Let's do this. But I was thinking, with the tin foil behind it, we probably could scratch off some of the paint and get some silver to come through, and I thought that would be really cool. So once I put you on hold, I will take another look and see if I can find my sandpaper. Okay, and then this one is, again, this is texture cream, so try that when you Google. This is called Steel Blue. I think we need some silver in here. This is very pasty. I'm not sure if this one will work. It's not as shiny as the other stuff. Now I am going to be putting stars all over this. So my stars are from a variety of places. The Dollar Tree had styrofoam stars at graduation. They were black and gold and silver and black, and so I got a bunch then. And also for 4th of July they had red, white, and blue. And you can always paint this stuff. So I decided I'm going to put some of this blue in the background because it's kind of the blue I'm looking for. I'm going to get some silver. I'm thinking I should make this turquoise. This, I really love this. Well, it's very glittery, pearly, right up my jam. But it also has a silver effect to it. It's very cool. I like that. Alright, let me see if I can get some silver. So this one is that Luxe paint, which is the first one I used. This is silver gold. This is Luxe paint, and this is just gold. So let's try this. It kind of brings up some of the blue that was in the background. So that's kind of cool. Okay, so I know you can't see it very well, but I decided, I tried several markers, try to color in some of this mask, and it just wasn't having it. So what I've decided to do is take a little bit more of silver paint. This is metallic silver by my studio. I believe that's, I'm going to say JoAnn's, but any metallic silver paint will do. And again, I'm just going to lightly, I'm going to do it with my finger, and just go over the mask. And then I decided I'm going to bling it out. I didn't think I wanted to do that, but it's what it's telling me to do. So again, I have these incredible iridescent, not sequins, rhinestones that I'm going to put all over the edge on this mask. And yeah, we'll bling it out a little bit. I hope you can see this. I will try to do close-up pictures at the end. But again, you know, you can always reach out to me in a comment if you have a question, or, you know, and if there's something you want to see. I'm noticing a lot of people are starting to do their fall DIYs, and the Dollar Tree is getting a lot of really cute stuff in. A lot of it I don't see needs to be DIY'd, but you can use it to do, you know, make it your own. So I may start to do that. I love Halloween too, so it's all good. Alright, so that's that. So now we're going to get these rhinestones. Again, they come in this sheet. I like to put tacky glue on it, even though this is sticky, because this is going to hang on somebody's wall and I don't want it to fall off. So, and then I just put it into, now some of these are falling off, or I may have taken them off. So I'll just cut that. Save that for later. And sometimes when you go around the curves, the rhinestones don't want to curve, so you may have to do just 2 or 3, and then, you know, do them separately so that it goes around the curve. Alright, so I'm going to go all the way around, and then I will come back. Okay, well, I have done quite a bit. I started to get going and just lost myself, but Um, Basically, I put down the rhinestones, and then I went into my stash and I found these. I haven't glued these down yet, but these were from a Tim Holtz Halloween set. These were with it, and I just really like it because it looks like the stars are bursting. And then I had some of these, so I wanted to use these, and I thought I might use these, but instead I had these flowers. And I just glued down the stars. Now, I did use on the styrofoam, I cut the styrofoam stars in half. They don't cut in half really well, but, so that's why this one is so close, because it's hiding the bad shooting part. So I just grabbed this laser iridescent paste. I got it at Hobby Lobby, and I just really lathered it on here as much as I could. I wanted it to really stand out. I mean, it is silver, you could just leave it silver, but I wanted this really blingy, and as you can tell, this is really, really blingy. Yeah, just like that, and then just glued it down with tacky glue. And then I had some glitter glues, and the mouse was just bothering me. So you take this and you just follow along. This mask had lots of embossed images, so it was very easy to just follow what was there. And then there's that. And now I'm going to go back and I'm going to get some of the tacky glue and put it in. You just put a little dot, and then, and again, use what you have. It doesn't have to be this color, this scheme. It doesn't have to be, you know, you could put just glue down and throw glitter on it. You know, do each glitter separately. There's just so many things you can do. Okay. So, I did a lot, but basically, just play. Play. This was the glitter glue and some of the stones. This was some stones I had. I did find the sanding paper, and if you do it relatively gently, it's kind of cool. It pulls up the other blue from underneath, so it gives it a little more, what do you want to call, colors come through. Looks more like the night sky. I kind of really like that. Yeah, just don't overdo it, because you can easily, you know, do too hard. But this is what I have. I hope you can see it. And I really like it. Very party animalish. And I was looking for the right words, and what I found was mystical and magic. So these are from Creative Embellishments, and I get a lot of my wood chip or chipboard pieces from there. I really, really like them. You can get them a lot of different places, but they have a really great extensive line and a lot of words. But they come either black or they come with the cardboard look. But I put some white gesso on there. And then what I'm going to do is just, this is embossing ink. It's Tim Holtz. It's from Ranger. And you just cover, I think I might be better off going this way. Cover the word with this embossing ink. And what it does is it's just a glue for the embossing powder. And so you get it on there really good. And then you take your embossing powder. I thought I would go with this silver. It's really chunky. So when I heat it up, it's gonna really, it's gonna show big time. That's what I want. I want it to be really magical. Magical. Oh. Looks cool already. And the same thing with the magic. We're gonna put it on here and get it really glued up very well. And they have embossing pens. They have all kinds. This is an old embossing ink. Sometimes I use that with a paintbrush, but just get it on there and sprinkle away. Very heavy. And then this tool, this pour tray, it is the greatest thing since sliced bread, because you don't lose a lot of your product that way. So you just take the brush, brush it all down. Boy, this stuff is really chunky, which is going to make it, wait till you see when I put the heat to it, it's going to look so cool. It has been so hot the past few days. Really, like, just gross. And I put one air conditioner, and I hope you can hear me, in the craft room, and one air conditioner in my daughter's bedroom. And the last couple of nights I've been spending it in my daughter's bedroom because it's just been too disgusting to be just with a fan. Alright, so I am going to heat this up, and let's let the magic happen. Yeah, it's making a very smoky mess. So I tend to think this is probably glitter and not embossing powder, because I've never seen embossing powder smoke. So let's see what happens with this one. Yeah, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take one of my handy dandy, these cool things. You can get them at Dollar Tree, and I'm going to go over this. Hope you can see this. Oh, see, even when you do things for years, it's still a learning curve. I don't like this Y. It has a little too much glue on it. Alright, let's try this. Oh gosh. See? Maybe I should go back. Start again. Alright. Yeah, this definitely was not embossing powder. Oh, I've got to tell my daughter. That's not what that is. Okay. Yeah. That looks good. Okay, so I found these words, mystical magic, and this is what they look like dry. And so all we're going to do is take some tacky glue and put them down like them on a little angle. Kind of gives you the flow of the whole board. And that is it. I did go around with a silver marker, metallic marker, and made all the silver dots. But that's it. That's the whole thing. So this is Mystical Magic. I hope you enjoyed it. Please, if you liked it, like and subscribe to this channel. I could really use your support. Please share it with your friends and family, your social media. It really helps me to continue to make these videos and tutorials, and I just enjoy it so much, and it's really pushing my game up to just keep creating. And I hope you're doing really well. Again, you can visit our website, artistrycollaborative.org. You can listen to my podcast on creativity to inspire you. It is Inner Promptings, and you can find it on Anchor, you can find it on iTunes, you can find it on Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. It's all over the place. So please check it out and like and subscribe to that too. I'm going to keep you motivated. I'm going to keep you creative because it's really, really important. So you take care and keep on creating.